Welcome back to the Flat Chat. It's me, Callum, here. I'm here with Heggie and Jacob. No Aaron, had to go home. Time for bed. But we do have the scores of all the other guys, like Aaron, Stu and Jamie. They've already put their scores in. We don't know what they are. But, of course, we are predicting and previewing the Game Week 11 games. It is actually the 10th game, though. We explain this every week, and it's getting really annoying. So can you just catch up, please? But yeah, we are just going to do the preview for all the games and give our predictions as we go. Starting off with the first game, I believe.
Friday night.
Friday night's tomorrow
Friday
night.
night fixture.
It's
a thriller.
Brentford Brighton. I think it'll be an interesting game, actually. Very interesting game. What do you guys think, though?
Brighton didn't get the most positive result.
No.
Second game for the new manager.
Yeah.
First game was Liverpool.
Tough games to start with.
This one, a bit easier. Brentford away. But I still don't think they'll win. I think this is going to be a tight game.
Oh, so do I.
I'm going 1-0.
Oh, yeah.
It's I think it's a very 1-1 fixture. So
Yeah,
I,
so
I
do
like
I.
it. I'm
Yeah.
going 1-0 too.
We're all going 1-0. Are you going 1-0?
Yeah, I'm going 1-0 as well. I was thinking maybe 2-2, but I just don't think Brighton concede enough goals for it to be 2-2.
Nah, well, they conceded 3 v Liverpool, but
It's
Liverpool are
Liverpool.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
Right, just because they beat Rangers. Go on then. I've mentioned that too many times today. I'll stop. Sorry.
I think both teams are very good though.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. A penalty for Brentford. Tony steps up. We know that's going in.
slots it.
Yeah.
Slots
I
it
mean,
home.
we would have said that about a lot of players in the league, like Kane, and he missed one midweek.
I've not actually seen this miss yet.
Neither
in
have I.
Champions League. I have to give
Oh, I
that a
didn't
look
see
because
it.
that'll be good. That'll be a good laugh to watch that.
My dad actually had a full 2 bet on.
Did they
so
win
he was
3-2?
cussing Harry Kane today.
No. There's a rat, so
Yeah.
fair
He's
enough.
not scoring this weekend either, but
We'll get to that though, won't we, Jacob?
we'll get there later.
Get there. On to the second game of the week though, or the weekend. Leicester Palace, is that a 12:30 kickoff?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's on BT Sport, I believe.
I think there's only 4 games actually on the Saturday. Is that right?
That is
Yeah.
true.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's
Are
because
you
of
guessing that even though you're looking at the fixtures and you can see that there's 4 games?
There's 10 games that you're talking about.
it says Saturday.
I've been reading it off the other bit. I've not looked at that once. Wait, I'm frazzled.
Are we going to explain to the people at home why there's lots of Sunday games again? Because there's lots of tiny teams in the Prem, all playing on Thursday nights.
Europa League, Conference
Yeah.
League.
Don't you just wish you were in it too, Higgy?
I wish I was.
I can't stand it.
Oh, we got
Imagine
to
we won
we
the
got to the
Conference League.
final. Oh, we'd win that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely win that. I think Leicester, turning it around seems harsh, or not harsh, but looking at their players, their possession did not match with how good their players are. So turning it around, maybe the good players are starting to play well again. I think Maddison's been brilliant all season.
Yeah.
And I think Leicester are going to win 2-1 because they'll concede because Ward's the worst keeper in the league.
See, I was thinking 2-1 as well,
Obviously.
but Ward is the keeper.
So maybe they'll concede a few more.
I think they're going to draw this one 2-2.
You'll love a 2-2.
Desmond.
rodent.
There's actually
I
so
was going to
few.
go 2-2
There's so
as well.
few 2-2s, but Callum does at least 2 a week.
Wait, you're going 2-2?
I'm going 2-2 as
No, I'll
well.
go 2-1 then. I can't have the same as Egg. He's bought with the tail. I'm joking. I'm joking. No,
I'm glad
I'm
that's
sticking
get
to
shown. Are you going to show the table before?
No.
He won't be through the
I-
table till he's firmly
Yeah.
off the bottom.
No, but seriously, I just don't have time to edit in these videos because they go out the
I'll
next
just
day.
comment it in the bottom
Yeah.
saying Eggy's bottom.
We'll put it in the comments.
So is Aaron above you?
Aaron's above me.
He's got more points.
He's above
so he's
me, Jay.
predicted better.
He's above me as well. He's on 53. I'm on 56, and Aaron's on 57.
Aaron had a
You're a point
storm.
off Jamie.
At the
He's on
top.
66.
So
you're on
next
65.
week the predictions will be myself, Jamie, and Stu.
Stu's only a few points ahead of us.
Let's not even comment on Stu. Stu doesn't even predict.
He's
He
cheating.
just goes in Skybet and just picks whatever the lowest odds is.
At least he's given us his results.
Yeah.
And at least he's going to go to McDonald's at the end of the
I
year.
think if he was in
If he does.
McDonald's for 24 hours, they would think he was homeless.
I think he's.
I think they would
good
throw him
chance.
out. I think us, they would think, oh, they're doing a video or something. I think with Stu, they would throw him out.
Whoa. Aaron?
Can we also acknowledge that Stu can only eat like 4 things in the menu
I know.
because he's vegetarian?
That's true. I think if Stu gets it, I think he needs some company. I think Aaron has to go with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good deal.
Stu and Aaron have to go together.
Let's
Bottom joints.
just pay Stu to throw every fixture.
Yeah.
Gets
Sorry.
9-0 for the.
Again, for those that don't know what we're talking about,
Yeah.
the forfeit at the end of the year for the person bottom, they have to spend 24 hours in McDonald's. So
So like, if it was somehow the last games were all at the weekend there, that would be Heggie that would be
Yeah.
going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
But it's a marathon, not a sprint.
it's
Exactly.
very true. So calm yourself.
I tell myself that every day.
Every
There you
day.
go.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Fulham against Bournemouth. That was a nice wee ramble there.
A Europa
bit of a
League,
Belgian waffle,
a Conference League battle here.
Fulham Bournemouth. Do we see Bournemouth finally losing?
Yes.
Yes.
And does Mitrovic play? That's the question.
He'll
I think
play
that's
at
the
least
big
60.
thing. If he does, then I hope he gets a goal because he's probably going to stay in my fantasy. I am going to give this one to Fulham. I'm going to give them a 2-1 win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just to be safe. Just give Bournemouth a goal.
2-1 has to be the most predicted score across everyone.
Yeah.
I'm not going 2-1.
What are you going for?
I'm going 3-1.
Okay. Oh, that sounds better. It sounds better.
I think Fulham are going to keep a clean sheet.
Oh.
And I think they're going to win 1-0. I think it's going to be a game that is shown to be between two teams that have just been promoted.
Yeah.
Last on match of the day.
Yes.
I prefer Heggy's.
Actually, no. The next game, which I'll introduce now, Wolves Forest. Wolves have got 3 goals this season.
And they play Forest too.
And they play Forest
Let
too.
them. What, they ship goals for fun, do they
They
not?
do ship goals for fun.
Yeah, I've heard that Henderson's conceded the most goals outside the box than anyone else this season. Or he
gets really
a
angry.
very high percentage
He
of goals.
gets really
outside
angry
the
as
box.
well. After that, he batters the ground.
Have you seen the one where it's the meme where it's like he's the referee in a WWE match?
Or he was lining up for the RKOs. I saw that one.
I mean, Costa.
Oh, that's what it was.
Costa will come in for an RKO. Costa's gonna.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch him play more and more this season. Against Chelsea, he probably didn't try as hard, but hopefully
Right,
this
no,
week.
it's not that. He's just an old man.
Nah, possibly.
He's not played for like a year.
It's been a while.
Yeah, what do you think? Do you actually think a 0-0 then in this one?
They never are 0-0s between two teams because they're just both that bad. I'm gonna say. Sure. I'm gonna say 1 goal to Wolves, and Forest are not going to score any more than 1. They're also going to get 1.
Callum?
That was tricky.
I'm gonna have to give Wolves. Oh wait, they don't have a manager yet, do they?
No, Fabrizio Romanov was saying that this guy's getting, but I'd not heard of him. But they might have a manager in time.
New manager.
But even if he is, he's getting the Friday before, which they obviously don't train on. So
This is hard.
and I think he's Portuguese, so
I know-
that should fine.
I know mine. I'm going 2-1.
I was gonna go 2-1 as well, but it's because the big thing is the manager, and I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1 Heggy.
He's just trying to stick with me at the bottom.
I can't let Heggy get it's tactical now. No, it's not joking. It's I just think 2-1. It's either that or I think the manager's there. I don't think they concede the new manager. I think the serious bounce if he's there.
Right, on to the next televised game. Spurs Everton. Do you want to take the lead?
I'm looking forward to it a little bit, not as much as normal. We kind of get done by Man United. Like, they were just better than us in all ways. We scored a lovely goal and I thought we'd maybe build on it, but it just really didn't. I think it's starting to really show now that Lampard's pushed us in terms of we're now more solid defensively. It's poor goals to concede, but I think too many midfielders had an off day rather than the system or the shape. But we've got nothing in the front, in the forwards. Mm-hmm. If you compared each front three in the leagues, ours is way down there in terms of Mapai, Gray, Gordon. It's just, and we bring on McNeil. Rondon keeps getting minutes.
DCL.
Calvert-Lewin's finally back. It's just whether he's firstly fully fit and secondly can stay fit. This is probably still too early for him to start or to be his usual self. But Newcastle Wednesday or Tuesday, he always scores against them. So
what do you think for this one then?
I think we'll maybe lose 1-0.
First time you're predicting a loss for Everton.
We've only lost once in the last 8 or 9 games.
That's a really good prediction again, and I'm going to go completely opposite. I think that's if it's not that, it's this, and it's 3-1 to Spurs. I think that Everton score first.
Again?
And then they score. You're the better side in the first half, or for the first 30 minutes. And then they get an equaliser, and then they just take it away in the second half.
So really, what you watched on Sunday, Everton Man U?
A wee bit, yeah.
I think Spurs will also win. I don't see Everton scoring. I say it every week.
I don't even think Spurs are that good as well.
No, they're not good. They're not a good watch either. Neither are you. So it's going to be a boring game.
Yeah.
And I've said 3-1.
You've picked a lot of goals tonight.
That's good.
Not as many as Heggy. Actually, Heggy's got even more.
I'm not going as many here though. I'm going 2-0 Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good result. I just think we'll be solid. I think after the way we conceded against Man U, I think at 1-0 will. I don't see us throwing the kitchen sink at it.
Sure.
Yeah. Right, on to Sunday. Villa at home to Chelsea. I've not been impressed with Villa.
No.
I don't think anyone has.
No, they've been really, really poor.
And I think we've all been impressed with Chelsea.
Recently, definitely.
Recently.
But serious manager bounce.
Yeah.
Will it continue to be a manager bounce, or will it just become
The norm.
the norm? But they don't have Reece James.
Big factor.
Big factor, but they didn't need him last week. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Chelsea here.
I don't think having them missing Reece James away to Villa is a big factor at all.
I think
no.
they won
It wasn't a big factor last week because they didn't play against
and they
Wolves.
still won
And they
3-0.
still won. They didn't have Sterling or Aubameyang either, or Chilwell. Sorry, Jacob. I think you clearly misheard me there. But
You said big factor and then went, I don't think it'll be that big a factor.
it would be a big factor in this, but actually maybe not
Yeah.
considering last week.
I think, yeah.
I actually really like your 0-2. I'm going the same.
Who'd have thought you guys would go the same?
What about you, Jacob? Are you going to copy us?
No, I think Chelsea will do a similar result to what they've done last week to Wales. I think they'll win 3-0. I don't even think it'll be that great a game. I just think Gerrard's just not got Villa playing a system. See, under Gerrard, Rangers played the same way every time, and it was maybe not always got the right result, but he knew how they were wanting to play. He keeps changing it. He doesn't. Last week, no wingers. Other weeks, 2 wingers. Other weeks, 2 strikers. And Coutinho's been dreadful. He must have a clause in his contract to get a game every time. I watch him and think, no way did you go for 140 million.
I know, that's very true.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And he's not even old.
He's still he's still not 30 yet.
No, that's
He's 29, is he not?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, on to Leeds Arsenal. Callum, do you want to take us away?
I mean, I just think straight away we'll say I think this will be 2-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite interested to see how Leeds do. They have been much better this season,
I don't think they're that good.
but they have been better. And I think Aronson will be a bit of a threat on the counter.
Yeah.
He looked good last week.
I think Sinisterra's he back after suspension. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's
too
2
sh-
yellows, so
two
he should
yellows.
be.
He's only missing one
So
game.
there is that danger on the counter attack. But I think players like
And he'll
Sleep-
have a lot to prove because
Yeah.
that was a really stupid suspension. Like he'll want to make
Yeah.
up to the fans / manager and all that because that was.
Yeah, that's true. But I
That's
think with the players Arsenal have in defence like Saliba and things like that, I think on the counter they're less likely to be caught than they
How
were
many
in the
key
last few
players
years.
did you have to play tonight? I saw Saka played.
Saka played, Saliba played,
Odegaard.
played,
I mean, like over 60 minutes played.
Ben White
Tierney.
played.
Well, Ben White played.
I saw.
Yeah,
Do you
5 or 6
think
played.
Tierney will start? Do you think it'll be Tomiyasu?
I think. Oh, I don't know about that actually.
I think it will be Tierney because Tomiyasu played because of Liverpool's clear threat in attack.
I think
yeah.
Tomiyasu could start though.
Really?
I think he's been really good.
Okay.
He was
I don't know. The Arsenal didn't obviously have Jesus tonight, and the
Didn't even travel, did he?
didn't travel. They didn't start Martinelli. They didn't start Partey. They didn't start Xhaka. They didn't start Gabriel. They didn't start
So
Ramsdale.
they're-
They're all.
he's rubbish.
I mean, Turner. Do you know what? To be fair, Turner did really well. I know. Obviously, he didn't.
Yet?
He must have done.
I don't think he has.
I'm not sure, but he's only played the 3 Europa
Yeah.
League games because we missed one of the week games. It would have been 4. But no, Turner. I think the thing with Turner, he's obviously made like a really good save. He's only really had to make a few saves. in the
Yeah.
Europa League. It's distribution. For as good as Ramsdale gets credit for his distribution,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Really good actually. A lot of Arsenal fans noticed
Yeah.
how good it was.
I
but,
think
yeah,
I think he might have conceded a penalty against Zurich.
perhaps
Yeah, it was
I can't
2-1.
quite remember. But I think 2-0 here Arsenal. Jesus will be back. Keep us away on holiday. He was on a yacht with his girlfriend or something. So.
Lucky boy.
I know. I was like, what the- you should be travelling to Bodo,
Arctic Circle.
north of the Arctic Circle. He's not. He's on a boat with. Oh god.
Well,
Yeah, 2-0.
I'm going 1-3. I think it's going to be a thriller.
I
That's Leeds to be fair. Yeah.
think I quite like 1-3, but I am going to go 0-3. I think 3-0 Arsenal.
I love it. Love it.
I just don't think Leeds are that good.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think that?
Do you think
I think because against Everton, and obviously I watched that game more, they're never good against us. I
That
don't
was
know
a
what it
boring
is.
game, wasn't it?
This year it was boring. Last year we pumped them 3-0 and drew with them. I can't remember. They've not beat us for ages, and we've been. I don't think we're that good. So for them to be getting praise, I just don't. I think it's unjustified.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Want you, Man U, Newcastle?
This is hard.
I don't think it's that hard. Newcastle's wins this season have came against teams you'd expect them to beat. They've bottled points when they shouldn't have, and they've not been that good away from home. Man U, on the other hand, turned the corner slightly. Last minute winner tonight. Played well against Everton. Not unbelievable, but a win against a team that had been solid defensively anyway. So I think Man U are going to win this. I think it's going to be 2-1.
Yeah. See, I think 2-1. But I feel like my head is getting swayed by the fact that I don't want it to be 2-1. I want a draw here. and that's just stupid of me, so I'm going to go with 2-1 as well.
Man United have been the kings of the 2-1 against Everton. I'm pretty sure they've had other 2-1s.
I think you're right. I think we might be wrong, but
yeah. So I'm gonna go 2-1.
fair enough. Pretty simple there.
Simple. I think Man United have looked good.
Yeah.
So
certainly look good on the break.
Yeah.
It's just whether they'll get to do that. I think Newcastle though are building. I think Newcastle got a very good starting 11.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, there's midweek games next week. Just noticed that.
Nah, that's what I was saying. Arsenal and Man City don't have a game because Arsenal play PSV.
That could be another time.
Thrilling.
Yeah. Southampton versus West Ham next. Are we all going to be going for West Ham here?
Another team that I think, not just bringing in the recent form, I think Southampton are a really poor side. And it's really sad because they've obviously got 2 Scotland players, they've got Joe Aribo, and you want them to be good, but I just don't think they're that great a side. They really love sticking to putting Ward-Prowse in a 4 or so, like in a 2 in midfield. Whereas I feel if they just gave him a third, give him more time or space on the ball, rather than he's so fit, he must cover. Choking up.
He's so fit and then chokes. He's getting excited over there.
He has to do so much running rather than getting to just play his game.
Yeah,
I think.
So what do you think then?
I think West Ham 2-0.
2-0. Ooh.
It's a very West Ham score.
It is, and I think I'm actually going to be different here. I think that Southampton will get a 1-1 draw. I think West Ham will be the talking point again, saying it's a bit poor because Southampton have been so poor and West Ham aren't getting the results that you'd hope they would. I just that's what I feel in my head will happen. But I do understand what you're saying. Southampton have been poor.
I'm glad you understand it all.
And well, yeah. You're right there, Jacob.
I'm okay.
Do you want me to drink?
I'm alright. I'll get through it.
Yeah. I'm going to go 2-1 to West Ham.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Che Adams might bag a wee goal.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
At least his confidence up for the friendly next month against Turkey.
Oh yeah, that thrill, that'll be that friendly.
And on to Game of the Week.
Oh, for
we
sure.
must say.
I mean,
It's the biggest game in the season.
it is, yeah.
I think it is.
Of course it is. So the biggest game for like 5 years.
Especially the fact
stadium.
it's at Anfield.
Yeah.
This makes it interesting. Can they take points off City?
I think they can do more than take points. I think they could beat them.
Oh yeah, of course. But will they? And especially with that 7-1 win the other day. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm just saying that's got. If we're talking about
a massive thing for them.
If the fact that they humped fucking Rangers,
they beat a massive
You
team.
can swear.
They humped Rangers.
They beat a massive team, and they've got the confidence up in their key players.
I think a really big thing as well is you could tell they were a wee bit rattled at the start with how good the Rangers atmosphere is.
The crowd and the fact that players like Arfield's basically a passion merchant, and he was right in their faces, and weirdly they just couldn't handle it. They could not handle it.
No, they couldn't.
And now they're going to be against
But
players who are going to be right up for it, and are obviously not quite as good
they
as
came
that,
through
and
it.
better than Arfield.
But it was players like Thiago was able to get a rest and then came on, looked excellent. He really
Robertson, I thought looked really
Robertson, I was literally about to say that. Robertson
At that time that Alisson did a rubbish kick and he kept it in on the volley.
And then just sprint
I'm like,
back.
I watch you for Scotland and you don't do things as technical as that. I then watch you against my club and you look like one of the best left backs in the world.
It's players get confidence playing with players that are also technically beautiful.
Yeah,
and
Bobby Firmino's unbelievable.
I think that's just a big factor in why Robertson is better at Liverpool.
Do you think Firmino plays instead of Darwin?
I think he has to.
I can't see a team
where he
doesn't start.
They're both going to play.
And then
All
Salah.
three,
and Salah.
There's
no
no
Jota?
way. No. If Firmino, there's not a chance Firmino doesn't start this game because he also gives you.
No, Firmino has to start
because he drops in a little bit. He gives you the defensive work. He definitely starts.
They're going to play the full 2-3-1 again, and it's going to be.
Oh no!
I think they'll put Firmino on the wing.
Nah.
I think they'll go 4-3-3.
I think they have to play Elliot.
I think it'll be Elliot.
Hendo.
Thiago.
Oh no! I think Fabinho. A lot of Liverpool fans have been saying that Fabinho needs to play because he was quite good as well.
So Hendo, Fabiano.
Hendo, Fabinho, and Thiago to try and not get overrun in midfield. It might be an idea. If they do that, I think they get a better chance.
Was excellent on Wednesday.
He was pretty good, but I think they need Fabinho in there. They need to be solid.
Oh yeah, Fabinho has to start.
I think Elliot.
I mean, Hendo's probably the closest to getting dropped.
Might be. I think Hendo and Elliot are the two. I think Fabinho has to play.
Yeah. Do you not think though if they just try and match City, they're just going to get overrun because City are clearly better in that position?
I know, but I think they need to. I think they need to try and drop back and play on the counter.
City are going to put at left back?
Cancelo.
Who's playing right back then?
Last
week it was Aki at left back, and I think if Salah sees Aki up against him, he will run past him.
Yeah. It's not that boy that gets sent off, is it? He gets sent off in the Champions
He
League.
could play, but I really don't see him.
He's not looking good so far.
They might. No, they won't play him.
No, there's no
He's
way
going
to
to play the young right back they've been playing.
Is Stones back? I know he's missed the last game or two.
I think Laporte's back.
I still don't think they'll play him at right back, Cal.
No, but I know that's what I'm saying. I was thinking
Like you
Laporte
push
might be
Stones
back.
out.
You play.
If
Yeah.
Stones, that's what I'm saying. If Stones is back, I don't know if Stones didn't play last week. I kind of thought maybe he would play right back and Cancelo would stay at left back because they've done that in big Champions League
Yeah.
games.
It's such a big game, and there's so
very
many
difficult.
lineups that there can be for both
Yeah.
teams. It's hard to predict.
One thing that I can say for sure is Haaland will get a goal this time. I think I don't know that sounds silly, but he didn't
I mean,
get a
last
goal.
time was a friendly. It didn't even matter.
Exactly, and I think he's now got used to
I
the
didn't
players
even
he
watch that game, so I couldn't tell you anything about
He
it.
missed an absolute
I've
sit.
seen that actually, but he laughed after it, and that scared everybody.
I don't know what to do here. I'm on the fence. I'm not.
I
I'm
think
going to be
there's
honest.
gonna
I
be
don't
so
think
many
Liverpool.
goals.
I do not think Liverpool will win. I'm stuck between a draw and a City win.
I think there'll be
might,
5 goals.
I might go. Oh,
I think there's going to be 6.
I think 5.
I'm just going to say I think 2-2.
I knew he'd go that.
Are you going 3-2 City?
I'll let you go next.
I'm going 4-2 City. I think it's going to be a goal fest.
Tell your dad to put that bet on.
My dad bets 4-2
I
City
know.
every week.
I know.
Yeah.
4:30
That's a good
PM on
shit
the
as well.
Sunday.
It could be anything. It actually
Yeah.
could be. It's a really tough game.
I am going to go for Liverpool FC 2, Man City 3.
We've all gone for 2
But-
goals to City.
I would
Liverpool.
not be surprised if Liverpool won.
See, I would be surprised if they won.
I think it's closer. I just really don't see it being a draw.
That's funny that you say it because
I think there's more chance for Liverpool win than a draw.
I'd put a draw in, but I'd be surprised if Liverpool won, whereas you wouldn't. But you've
No,
got
really.
a City win.
Liverpool have drew so many games this season.
I
I
know.
think they've got the second most behind Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Because they'll get
Castle's
goals. They'll get goals.
Yeah.
They just they're defensively not good enough.
But they
and
now
that's
don't
why
have
maybe
Trent.
that's why you put 4 in.
Although they'll be glad that Robertson's back. Tsimikas was getting ripped by
He's
Sakal.
terrible.
It's
He
got-
is terrible.
It's gonna. I think.
Even Gomez didn't play that well. I
Yeah.
don't think.
He had a good ball in for.
Great.
first
But
one.
that's but like you'd expect him to
Yeah.
be solid, not.
Yeah, that's true.
I think my first judgment of the team lineup for Liverpool is going to be wrong because I forgot Trent isn't there because they have been playing the 4 up front with Trent going into the midfield, so
Yeah.
it's still free, but he's not there, so they are definitely just
I
going
didn't
to play
think
free
about
in
that. Yeah, that's
midfield.
fair. I think they just need to match them anyway. That's just my. But I didn't even think about that.
So yeah, that's been our prediction.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, if you've liked this, of course, leave us a like. Comment down below if you want, and subscribe.
Cheers.
So
Take it easy.
oh, we've
Check
not
us out
done.
TikTok.
We need to do thumbnails next week. I forgot to say when Alan was here.
Just do it now. Fellas.
No?
Aye. Just quickly do it before we go, because I'm starting.
I'm so tired, man.
What?
So fucking tired.
I'm not hungry as well.
Let's get to bed.